but when it arrived to me, it was crushed, and I was crushed. Hello my fellows, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me for today's video, and if you're new around here, my name is Grace and I love plants. No surprises there. So it's almost the end of May as and when I'm filming this video. I cannot believe how time has flown by this year. Where has 2021 gone? Given that it is almost the end of May, you know what time it is. It is time for my May favorites. If you're interested to see what they are, then definitely keep on watching. Before we get started, I do post videos every week, so make sure you're subscribed and ring the notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss out on my future uploads. If I'm sounding a little bit nasally, that's because I'm a little bit congested due to allergies. I hope it's not too distracting in this video. Okay, and enough rambling, let's get into it. First on the list is this guy right here, and this is the Epipremnum Cebu Blue. A while ago, these were extremely difficult to find here in Australia, but it has definitely become a lot more commonplace now, and it's so much easier to get your hands on. So this pot right here, I started from several different cuttings that I got from swaps, trades, and also some bargains that I found on Facebook Marketplace. So this is probably made up of 4 to 5 different cuttings, I believe, that I've potted up together. And my goal with this is to grow it to look something like this. And because these guys are relatively easy care and fast growers, I'm hoping that it will get there in no time. I'm not sure if I have a photo of what this looked like when I first potted the cuttings up together, but this is several months in the making. I've kind of just left it to its own devices, and yeah, it's really filled out quite nicely. Truth be told, this is in desperate need of a repotting. In fact, several of my plants really need to be repotted. It's one of those chores that I really don't enjoy, so I've been just putting them off, but you know what? I really do have to get down to it, so I might be filming a repot with me very soon and maybe do some Q&As at the same time. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me about anything at all, feel free to drop them in the comment box below and I'll start compiling the questions. Next up is this absolutely beautiful Scindapsus Silver Lady. It is a little bit thirsty at the moment, as you can tell from the curled leaves, but I did just give it a thorough watering and I'm just waiting for it to straighten back up. If you're not sure how to ID a Scindapsus pictus Silver Lady, there's actually a number of distinct characteristics that make them quite easy to identify. Firstly, the silver to green ratio is a lot higher, meaning that there's a lot more silver to the leaves than the green, and it has more of a snake skin sort of pattern to the foliage, or some say it kind of looks more like a tiger. And the leaves are also typically longer and pointier compared to the other varieties of Scindapsus. I'm really such a fan of these guys. I haven't shown this plant on my channel as yet, I don't think, but I have shared a couple of snaps of these guys on my Instagram. I much prefer them as a trailing plant as opposed to climbing up. I just think that they look so much better trailing down. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this cute little pot that it's in? I think this plant and pot combo is absolutely beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites. Next favorite of the month is this guy right here, and this is the Jopertia Rosiopicta illustris. I had a mind blank for a minute there. So these guys used to be known as Calatheas, and I still call them Calatheas just because that's what I'm used to. I am a huge fan of this genus of houseplants, as you can probably tell from my backdrop. I love my prayer plants, and this one is no different. When I first got this plant, it only had a handful of leaves, but it has bushed out in my care and it's looking pretty good, if I can say so myself. I'm a huge fan of the purple undersides of the leaves and also the foliage pattern. It just looks like art. It is that beautiful. So these ones have a really nice pink mid vein coming through the middle, and it's also got these stripy type of pattern on the leaves. It's just gorgeous. It's absolutely one of my favorites at the moment and I can't get enough of it. Next favorite of the month is none other than my Hoya Huskaliana variegata. And the reason why it is currently in my favorites is because it is about to bloom. I've had this Hoya for over 2 years, and for the longest time it didn't do anything, so I am super excited that it's about to bloom. This is the first Hoya in my care that's about to bloom for me, so I am super excited and I had to share it with you guys. And once it blooms, you best believe I'm going to be posting it all over my Instagram. The last two plants are anthuriums, and the first one is this guy right here. This is a Anthurium papillilaminum hybrid that I unboxed in my 1000 subscriber unboxing special video. So you might remember what it looks like when I first got it. It's just something different about the sinus on this Anthurium. It must be from the Pap heritage, but it looks more pronounced than the other Anthuriums that I have, and I'm just a huge fan of it. And this leaf right here is one that it's put out in my care. It's looking absolutely stunning. The veins are really nice and it looks more mature than all the other leaves that it's put out in the past. So I'm really excited to see that this has been doing so well in my care, and there hasn't been any issues with like yellowing spots or anything like that. So definitely one of my pride and joy anthuriums at the moment. I've saved the best for last, and before I go ahead and show it to you guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of backstory about this plant. So this Anthurium is one that I had on my wish list for so long, and I actually thought that I have gotten my hands on it a couple of months ago when I did an unboxing, but that turned out to be a silver hybrid, and it wasn't specifically the silver blush. And with anthuriums, it's really hard to ID because a lot of them do end up being hybrids, and it's very unlikely that you've got a pure specimen, or so I've been told. So that turned out not to be the silver blush. But then I saw this plant going on sale on Facebook Marketplace for a very reasonable price, and it looked absolutely beautiful. I'll insert a photo. But when it arrived to me, it was crushed, and I was crushed. I was so upset that I just didn't even want to talk about this plant on any of my socials, but it has put out a new leaf, and I feel like it's about time that I talked about this plant and shared it with you guys because it is absolutely beautiful. So this is the new leaf that is put out in my care, and I believe it is still hardening off, so it's still going to get larger. But if you look at the two original leaves, they were so beautiful. But yeah, so to me this looks like a silver blush, but again, like I said, we can't really be entirely sure. It could be another silver hybrid, but as you can see from the sinus or the lobes, it is a little bit overlapping, which I'm not sure is characteristic of a silver blush. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is a Anthurium silver blush, or is it just another hybrid? Do let me know in the comments down below. I'd be really curious to hear your thoughts as well. But nonetheless, I really do enjoy the look of this plant. I love that the leaf shape is a little bit more rounded, and it is so silvery. I am in love. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy my other planty favorite videos like these ones here, so click to check them out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay mellow, my fellows.